Richie, that long journey home tonight is going to be a lot more happier, isn't it?
It's a lot happier than it was half an hour ago, that is for certain. And I'd have to say it's certainly no more than we deserved. We deserved at least a point out of the game. I'd have to say I couldn't really see, and this is no disrespect to Carlisle, I just couldn't see him scoring. We looked safe throughout the game, apart from one silly mistake again. So I think Jonesy's made one save. Their keeper's probably not made loads, but he's made a few, and at least in the last half an hour we put him under some pressure.
And then you made a triple substitution at 1-0 down. What was the thinking behind that? Just to sort of energise the team a bit?
Yeah. Well, you look at the three of them. Obviously, you know, we've clearly missed Billy because of what he does and what he's got, and he's bright and sharp. And obviously, Gary's a leader, so he gives a bit of information. And you just think, you know what, fresh legs. You know, we're only a goal down 60 minutes into the game, so fresh legs and fresh impetus, really, if you like. Can lead to just fresh enthusiasm all over the pitch. So, you know, and as I say, I felt secure that they weren't probably going to score again. So I felt more confident that I could make those changes.
And we haven't had a lot of luck in recent weeks, and perhaps we've got a bit of fortune today that might just turn things around for us.
Yeah, a bit. Obviously, with a goal, I mean, if you don't shoot, you don't score, and we say this to the players constantly. You know, and Billy's a goal scorer, so. But yes, it was a bit of luck that led to the goal, but we didn't have a great deal of luck elsewhere at times, and you know, things didn't really fall for us. So, you know, as I said, I think before the game, would we attain a point? Possibly. You know, it's nice that we're travelling all the way back with something, and I'd have to say the performance certainly deserved it.
What was your view on the penalty?
I'm not quite sure why he's done it. I mean, I didn't see too many people arguing, and it looked like, you know, the chances are he'd give him a pull. I'd have to say I thought, you know, he probably did go down quite easily, but why shouldn't you if someone's pulling your shirt there? But you know, a silly mistake, really.
And it's those mistakes that we've got to cut out, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, look, individual errors, and they happen. The lower down you go, the more individual errors they are. But individual errors over the last, and predominantly defensive ones, you know. But that's the nature of the beast. When you're a defender, if you make a mistake, if it's a striker, you miss a chance, you could cost us as well. But certainly, over the last month or so, we've probably cost ourselves half a dozen points in terms of defensive mistakes, which probably would have put us, I don't know, in the playoffs probably.
The mood's going to be a lot brighter now ahead of 2 important home games to come.
Yeah. I mean, it is brighter, but I'd have to say the players are gutted they've not won the game in there, which is a real positive. And even when we'd scored the goal, a couple of lads are coming over saying, "We'll win this." You know, and I'm saying, "Well, yeah, we could win it, but let's make sure we take something home with us, having worked so hard to get back in." But the players are devastated they've not won the game, which I think is a real positive.
Billy, goal scoring return.
Yeah, first of all, delighted to be back, and secondly, delighted to get a goal.
Tell us about it. The keeper perhaps should have saved it, you think?
Yeah, keeper should have caught it really, but it moved a little bit, and I was right behind it. It moved a little bit, and just delighted it went in. You know, it's the least we deserved, I thought. I
was going to say no more than certainly for our second half performance that we got something from the game.
Yeah, I mean, besides for the first 15-20 minutes. They didn't really get a kick, like they were under pressure the whole game, and I thought it was the least we deserved, like I said.
How's the knee?
Yeah, it was alright. I still get little niggles in that, but as expected, it's just in an awkward place on my left foot as well. So
you'll be pressing now, I guess, for a place in the starting 11 next Saturday.
Yeah, I hope so.
Gaffer's just walked past. But yeah, great for you. I know it's been a frustrating time for you because you've worked hard to get over this injury.
Yeah, it's been a long 6 weeks. Frustrating really, because it's kind of started off as a week to 10 days, and then 2 weeks, and then I thought I'd be back in another week, and so it's kind of gone on a bit like that. So it obviously was frustrating, but I'm happy to be back now.
Manager sometimes little die by substitutions. Richie made a bold triple change today, and it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it worked very well. You know, Gary and Jamie are a handful, and obviously Gary brings experience, and Jamie's mobile. You know, and so it was obviously good substitutions from the manager.